The reason this is on is a discussion item, as you'll recall, we put that road materials for 2025 out to bid and didn't get any bids. So moving forward, how, do we wanna re-put it out to bid? Do we wanna call people and then put it out to bid?
Supposed to advertise, we didn't get any bids at all for road material?
No. Can we use liquid fuels to pay for that material and piping if we never got a bid? That, you know,
I don't, haven't, no, I don't.
I don't think you
That's what
can.
I'm saying, I don't know.
I
But
don't
So,
what's
we,
the path forward?
I know every place I go, when opening a bids the past month or so, we're getting bids from everybody.
There is a list of people that I have gotten bids from when that Rick Skaborsky or whatever.
Skavinsky.
Skavinsky. And there is a list of, that I called out when we put it out. It's still advertised, it's still put it out to bid, but also sent them the bid thing. This time around, we didn't get any bids, but I questioned whether or not, if we can pay for the aggregates and piping or anything, if we didn't have any bids, then a motion to award bids through liquid, if we can't pay it through liquid fuels, what do we wanna do?
How much you gonna need, Kenny? You have any idea?
I gave Janice a list of what I was gonna need.
Not much, it was under 200 tons for everything.
So it's
So
not
I-
a large amount,
I
right?
remember, that must be why, like, sitting here, my first time we put it out to bids with like Steve Parrish and Larry Spear. Do you remember how much stuff they put out to bid? They were never gonna use that much. They put out a massive, and you don't have to buy that much,
Right.
but thinking back, maybe that's why they did it, because people would bid on it. Maybe they made exorbitant numbers.
Still go back and look how much you.
Yeah,
ordered
I'm just
for
saying,
it.
it seemed like, I looked at this and I remember sitting next to Larry's bar and then going,
A lot.
you can use that much stone in a lifetime, and I'm like, well, why are we putting all that out?
Well, whenever we go to start Jack Street, we are gonna use a lot of 2A.
Will we be able to use liquid fuels to pay for that if we never got a bid? That was my question, that's why it's on the agenda. So we,
Yeah, we did it. I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
and I don't know, that's why I'm looking to you
Let
guys.
me ask, do you know how much stone you'll need or material you need?
Last year, I'll be truthful with you, I didn't buy any stone. I mean, maybe 10 truckloads the whole year,
We
because
wanna know about this.
we got stone for free from a company that was milling up a parking lot, and there was a bunch of 2A in there.
How much stone do you need? this year?
How much do you
What
need?
this year?
How much do
We're
you
talking
need, how
this
much do I
year.
need this year?
That's what they asked.
You don't do
300 tons.
300 tons.
What does stone cost, what's that ton? What's it all
I don't
cost?
ever get to see the prices.
If I may, the county has a program that you can, they bid that stuff out, and for smaller communities that need small amounts, you can use their
It's
price.
actually-
It's called CoStars,
Yeah.
What's
It was
that?
a-
and we can get it through CoStars.
Right.
It was, I think, a lot more money than everybody paid, but whatever the board wants to do, I just wanted to pass forward because we didn't get any bids for that, so I put it on the agenda to discuss what we wanna do, because if we buy the stone that he needs, we won't be able to use liquid fuels for it.
And
unless
you
we
see
do something.
that, what CoStar's charges, and if it seems reasonable.
We've been
I'm seeing
big
that.
out our stone back in January, February, other places. How much, so all you need stone, you don't need a pipe or anything, or?
I do need pipe, but nobody beats Cox's price on pipe.
Then you can put a bid in, we can use liquid fuels to pay for it.
I will do that.
I never heard of Cox's pipe.
Cox's Pump, Bethel Park and Industrial Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We used them
you know
for
what you
years.
should be doing? You should be putting together your list of things you need, like January.
Cox, I've been dealing with Cox for 30 years, and when I called up there, they actually gave me a price that was higher than what the CoStar price was. So I called them back and I said, listen, this is no good. And they gave me another price that was cheaper than anybody.
He can't hear.
I don't
He
think
can't
what
hear.
she's trying to say is that in order to use liquid fuels, you have to go through competitive bidding at times. And the fact is, even though CoStar may charge, say, you might buy from Larry Spear a 100-foot pipe for $10,000, and, you know,
CoStar's is 12, you can't
You
use
can't-
liquid fuels to buy his.
We're not using liquid fuels for that.
We're not.
but he has to
How about
understand
the
that.
stone?
I will, well, when, I think it's up at the end of, June, isn't it?
What's that?
It's up at the end of June
What's up again?
for us to decide who we're gonna get our
The
stone
season
from.
bidding, I guess. It went till June.
Is what he's saying, I think.
Ken, if we get a larger quantity, you can store it at the Nike site,
Yeah,
So we can get it before June?
yeah,
maybe that solves the issue.
Maybe that is the solve of it.
right,
You got 10 acres up there or something, yeah,
17, I think.
there you go.
But that pipe price,
You can pay for it.
nobody can touch it.
Well, why don't you plan on it, just store it up there?
She's saying that we could also pay for it out of another fund.
Act 13 stuff too.
Sounds like a management problem.
Bids for the